Hey guys, hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Today, I was talking to, actually, it wasn't today, it was some days ago. I was talking to a friend about tattoos. Now, you know, I have my own belief system, just as everyone else does. I personally don't like tattoos on my person because I believe that your body is your temple. And as a female, you know, I always had these different views in regards to my personal body. I feel as though, you know, a tattoo, I mean, I already have enough scars or whatever, climbing trees as a tomboy, you know, we all have our own experiences. But my view was not, I won't say changed because I was saying that, you know, at one point I was saying that women shouldn't have tattoos. But my views have changed in regards to that. I'm not as old fashioned as my brother would say, because you know, everyone has their own belief or have their own opinion in regards to what they want to do on their person, on their bodies. But I saw this tattoo on this woman. She said she got it done in Colombia, and it was a dream catcher. And I have to say, whoever the artist was, it was a beautiful job that they did. And then recently, you know, I saw a woman who had, a tattoo on her leg, and it was Mickey, and it had different features on it. It had a big Mickey Mouse, and it had what do you call it? Winnie the Pooh, one of my favorite characters back in the day, and it had like a shadow of these different characters, and it was quite beautiful, you know. But while these things are beautiful, you know, they're beautiful on other people. Me personally, I wouldn't do it for myself because, again, you know, I have enough, you know, growing up having acne or what have you, you know, and that was a whole nother health issue, drinking milk. I didn't realize that milk was working against me. The, when you have dairy products, sometimes it does not agree with everyone, you know, and then I started making my own nut milk, but that's a long story on a whole nother level. All these things affect our bodies. And when you get tattoos, I don't know what chemicals or what have you. And then, you know, I already have my issue with needles. You know, growing up, you know, I had an aunt who was a drug addict, and I saw her, you know, have an experience with heroin. And after that, let me tell you, I was afraid of needles most of my life. And, you know, my parents never stopped to think, why does she have this big issue with needles? It all started there. Watching that watching a person have that experience and seeing what, you know, children, this is why I say watch, you know, be more mindful of what you expose your children to, you know. And you know, those are my different views in regards to, you know, tattooing. If you can withstand the pain, you know, that's something that you want to do, what have you, enjoy it. But you know, and I know, you know, some people can say in Africa, it started in Africa or what have you. To me, personally, it would be more of a self-mutilization issue because, you know, you already have to get needles and shots or what have you, you know, and, you know, that's just another extra situation in regards to the way I see it. But while I have my own opinion, those two women, they definitely had me look at things a little differently for someone else because, again, you know, personally, my own personal body, I believe, is a temple. And when you're looking at your own body, I mean, I look at myself in the mirror, I see who I am, and when I see who I am, I know where I need to work. You know, I need to work out, I need to do certain things in order to keep myself, you know, maintained, so to speak. And while I'm doing that, I feel like I believe that when you have a tattoo, there's certain things that you need to maintain too. That woman said that she had to get certain ink replacements because, you know, the color is fading or what have you. Everything is upkeep, you know, and we already have, you know, I feel like I already have enough on my plate right now. You know, in the future, you know, who knows, you know, you might have to do extra things already. All of us have our own development and our own plan. And personally, you know, I feel like, you know, I have a lot to do. You know, while we're growing, you know, I remember one time, this is another side feature. I remember a while ago my father saying, you know, my daughters are not married or whatever. And then later on, my sister got married. Both my sisters are married. we are all have our own, situations that we're growing through, okay? And in relationships, again, when you're in a relationship, you have to work towards a goal with that partner. You know, God places people in our lives during certain times in regards to our growth. And right now, I'm growing and working on myself or what have you. When relationships, when you're in them, you are working towards a goal and working with someone else, interacting or what have you. I believe that sometimes single people are on that level of growing and trying to improve their circumstances while they are moving solo. When you're in a relationship, now you're working as a team, and that's a beautiful thing. But I believe that when you're single, God is working on you, helping you to reach certain levels so that when you do become a team, you are better ready, or should I say better prepared or ready for that time. Some people say, okay, you single, whatever, what's going on with you? Again, while we're single, we are growing and we are working on ourselves so that will be a better counterpart for that next person, right? I have a cousin who had a ring, and with this ring, she promised to God that she would not be intimate with anyone until she got married. That was a beautiful thing. I personally am not moving in a groove, and I'm a chaste person right now. And although I am working among all types of people, I realize that there's certain people who cannot be in your space. And when you realize that, just as I did, you have to separate yourself from certain company to make sure that you are doing the right thing for yourself. Now, we've all made mistakes, we've all dated or what have you, but while doing so, we are growing from those experiences, right? That's why it's so lovely being you. You have the choice, you have the option to always make the better choice for yourself. No one else can tell you what you should or should not do, whether it be a tattoo or whether it be a date night. Whatever the case, you are making the decisions for you. And that's the beautiful thing about you. That is the beauty of being you. So that's been my message. It's so lovely being you. You have a wonderful week.